Take two. Welcome back, everybody. So we got the stream running again. Justin, in his debut, is going up against Killamule, and man, did he make a name for himself back in November when he assaulted the, at the time, Universal Champion Brutus, leading to Survivor Series, which led on to have Killamule and NXT brand go up against Raw at the main event of Survivor Series, in which NXT ultimately won. And from that, Lucas did the best, went on to win the NXT Championship. What up, let me see who was first. Eclipse, welcome. What's up, Charles? Danis Demanis, hello, what's going on? So yeah, let me go ahead and describe it today. The main event tonight is going to be a triple threat, and the winner will be the #1 contender for the United Kingdom Championship. It's Brandon Collins, Josh Dynamite, and Danis Demanis. So we'll see who's the better man out of the three. And that's just about that. The rest of the night we got some pretty good matches to take place, along with a couple of debuts. First one being right here, Justin. And right now I got to say that he came out very bright. And then from here, it doesn't look like that at all. He's been on the receiving end of a casual beatdown so far. But what do you guys think? Let me let you a little tongue twisted. Can I get some feedback on how you guys felt about the NXT Takeover Orlando event and the WrestleMania, especially the draft? What did you guys think about the draft? Was it quite interesting, knowing that, like, I mean, you know, in real life, you would not know if you got a good or a bad pick, and that's kind of the realistic nature that we brought into it, because, again, it is pretty much a lottery. It's names all mixed up and gathered around. You could pick the best name. You can get like a, let's say, you can get like a, I don't know, Brock Lesnar, or you can get a Michelle White. It's just the luck of the draw, pretty much. And let me see. Oh, here's another pinfall attempt and a kick out. So, in case anyone wanted to know, on the next episode of NXT, the only 4 people that are asking for matches and are going to be booked in said match are BK, Lee J, Master Dash, and well, it was Eclipse, but he's going to change his... Again, this is the last character he's going to have, and I'm not going to delete and download any more new characters from him. Just let him know that the character that he selected to have is Michael Thunder, and that's, again, the last guy we're going to have for him. He's going to have to hang on to that for pretty much ever, kind of-ish. Okay, ECW's Bossville. Nice. Ooh! And here's the cover. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, kick out. Let's see. Hell no. I already knew. Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle versus Stephanie and Triple H was the best match at WrestleMania. Upset. Nope. But yeah, I agree with you, Stannis, because out of all the matches being hyped by WWE, at least, was the Universal, the WWE, Undertaker, and Intercontinental. Because, well, why not? The Miz has been a great Intercontinental Champion, something we've needed for a long time. Excuse me. And then Seth Rollins, I mean, he's been a monster at WrestleMania. He's been making big and monstrous moves, you know what I mean? And then to see that, and then to see how Finn Balor wasn't really being used for anything until the triple threat. It was a really good match. Those guys put on a hell of a show. I thought it was the best match of the night until we got to the mixed match tag. And then from there, it was just amazing. That's all I can really say. It was just absolutely phenomenally amazing. But the Universal title match was exactly how I expected it to be. It was garbage. And then the WWE title match was pretty much what you just said. It was a snooze fest. It was boring. It was garbage. It was overhyped, and I didn't care for it. And then the Undertaker thing was pretty much like it was a little predictable. But the only thing was I expected him to come out with the American Badass gimmick, which everybody else kind of expected too, which would have been an amazing moment at WrestleMania. But instead he came out as the original way of Undertaker style. So that pretty much was that. And that was it. I didn't really care for too much of it else. Here's the cover once more. And can Justin get the win? No. You didn't expect a squash? What squash are we talking about here? I already know, Undertaker winning at WrestleMania, it's not the case because, in Undertaker's words, you don't leave with your arms raised. You go out on your back, you put over somebody, and you have it at that. Not where he wants to be right now. And a few years ago, I thought when he lost to Brock Lesnar, that was it. Hell, I thought when he beat Triple H in that Hell in a Cell match with Shawn Michaels being the special guest, I thought it was over right then and there too. But it just didn't work out that way. So when he lost, I thought it was really over. And then when he came back, I said, okay, well, he beats Bray, and then he probably loses. Well, I don't know, whatever he does after that. It was kind of meaningless. But then he loses to Roman. I'm like, okay, now for sure it's over. Now that he's back, and he beat John Cena in a convincing fashion, I think they're going to build up to those two having a rematch at next Mania, and then for sure Undertaker retires. But it'll be a better match. It'll probably be at least a 20-minute match. How do you like Brock versus Roman? It was terrible. It was just it was they overdid it big time. It was too many. There was too many finishers, too many signatures. It wasn't good enough for me. It was It was what I expected. Except the only twist was that Lesnar won, and also I thought Nakamura was going to win too, but that didn't end up being the case. AJ walked out victorious. And then also I did think this. I thought Asuka would lose to Carmella in a cash-in at WrestleMania, but that also was a huge shocker because it ended up being Charlotte who just won by a submission. And I was like, okay, well, that happened, so why not? And that was kind of a weird way for the streak to end, but I guess it was an alright way. And look at this! Submission locked in, sharpshooter too close to the ropes. I thought John would have... Yeah, I thought he was going to have more than one move too, but when he, got shooken from fear on The Undertaker, that was amazing. And Justin having a good debut so far. Another DDT plants him head first into the canvas. It should be more than enough to put this match to an end. It is not. Excuse me. Yeah, I agree. Plus, I think they wanted to see how Undertaker's hip was going to be because remember he had hip surgery. Oh, cover. And is it finally over? It's not. But yeah, I think Undertaker deserved a squash. The last time I remember seeing Undertaker in a squash match, oh man, I think it was 2008 when he fought Jamie Noble in a singles match on SmackDown. He just literally hit him with a couple of big boots and a choke slam, and that was it. I was like, damn, that was crazy. And Killamule trying to upset the debut of Justin, he kicks out. Yeah, he has. That was probably my favorite Undertaker match. Well, that and the Shawn Michaels series, that was really good too. Triple H's was just brawls, but it was still pretty cool. Yeah, right now you're the only one watching. Oh, double axe handle, nice. Let's see. Showing very few signs of life here. So yeah, Stan, I just want to ask you, bro. Did you watch our WrestleMania 9 that took place about a week ago? Because if you did, then I'm pretty sure, it was it was some shockers in there, especially with Nathan Cruz. If you didn't see Nathan Cruz, man, excuse me, straight up cashed in to Brutus's Universal Championship, and I'm like, damn. And again, this time it's Killamule with a DDT. All right, and now he's gonna try to end it here. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Damn, this is a really good match. Oh, there it is. Yeah, because he fought Braun in the 2 out of 3 falls match, And then Nathan cashed in after that. And then he walked out with the Universal title. Cover. Killamule's going to get the win. Just like that. Spoils the debut of Justin. And that's not a good look for him. Not at all. Damn. And you know what? These guys, the man who made the DDT famous. Yeah, Brutus was pretty damn pissed. And he's looking to get payback at Payback for the title. So we'll see how that goes.
Here is your winner, the King of Old School.
And there you have it, guys. The King of Old School, the self-proclaimed at least, gets the win here tonight and lets everybody know that this was his night. And you know he's got to get that pose going to let everybody know that he's here and he's looking to take care of business. Congratulations, Killamule. Sorry, Justin, for the spoiled debut, but damn, we got to keep moving forward, you know. Midway through the show, we got ourselves a number one contenders match, and the winner will be taking on Ashley in the near future for the NXT Women's Championship. So good luck to those right there. Let's see. You're ashamed of yourself after the match with Lee. Yeah, I thought honestly you were going to win a couple of times, but when Lee J just came back in and did the whole underdog story, you know, David versus Goliath, it was amazing. I think they had to take her squash because they don't want to risk anything with the hip surgery. I do too. I think they wanted to see where he was at, and if he looks good, he was moving pretty good. You saw how he was jumping all over the place and hitting Old School. I think they're convinced that he should be good enough for next year's WrestleMania. I think his last match for sure this time is going to be against John Cena, and I think John's going to take the win. He'll probably, hopefully, finally become a heel, but we'll see what happens. Was that Eclipse's character? No, actually. Eclipse's character is, he was Kevin Styles, and then he didn't want him no more, so he said, I want to have my new guy. Forgot his name, but he lost one match, and he said, delete him. And I said, okay, well, here's the thing, Eclipse. The next guy you get is the last guy you're going to get, and you're going to have to keep him for a very long time. So, yeah. Yeah, Undertaker is going to fight Chris Jericho, so, you know, that's pretty much going to throw your theory out the wind, Noah. But I think it was kind of like something like they wanted to test it, and they said, okay, yeah, he could fight. Taker at the Greatest Royal Rumble Jericho casket match. I believe it'll be a quick one, you know, but it's a possibility that could not go that way, but I don't know, we'll see what happens.
Singles matches on deck here, and Byron, what should we expect to see here tonight? Well, given the shape these superstars appear to be in here tonight, I fully...
let's see. I don't even know what else to talk about. Usually I have a couple of guys to talk to, but, you know, it was the Rusev, but Rusev may have quit WWE. He removed all WWE stuff from his Twitter bio. Well, the thing is, though, Stannis, because Rusev... he posted a tweet. He said, "Bury me softly, brother," and that wasn't really a what do you call it? But when TMZ interviewed Rusev, they asked him what's going to happen at the Greatest Royal Rumble when he fights the Undertaker at the event, and he said, "Well, obviously it's like this. Undertaker's a bit in the past, not a lot, just a bit, and I'm just entering my prime, so I'm obviously going to crush him." And then after that they said, so you're gonna more than likely win, and then that's just about that. What else is gonna happen in that match? And then Lana went in there and said he's gonna win. So then they headlined the title. Rusev is going to they asked him if he's gonna retire the Undertaker, and they said, of course he is. And so they said. And TMZ headlined this. WWE didn't actually read it, but because it was getting so much publicity, it read, Rusev says he will retire the Undertaker, crushed his old ass. And so from there, they kind of removed him, and they said, all right, yeah, that's not going to happen. What up, Dominique? How you doing, bro? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you enjoy right now watching NXT. And so pretty much, you know, I don't know. Because Vince, I guess it's Vince or maybe someone on upper management, they do not like Rusev. Somebody doesn't like Rusev, they have a stick in their ass about him. And whenever he goes to Twitter or whenever he does an interview, they always find a way to try to mess him up. You know, literally the best superstar on SmackDown Live at the moment. I mean, think about it. Daniel Bryan's first match back, the first thing everybody's on top of their mind is Rusev. They're all chanting Rusev Day, Rusev Day. And then, you know, they said, oh, well, if he can't fight Rusev, AJ Styles, AJ Styles. And they're like, AJ Styles! Yay, he's gonna fight AJ, oh my god. But, yeah, that's just about that. It was weak, in my opinion. And I think Rusev does deserve better, but I don't know. I was hoping him and Aiden would win tag titles. I was hoping he'd win the U.S. title because Rusev did want to be released from his contract, but then he said, oh no, we need you, bro. We're going to put you in that title match at Mania. And then from there, it was like, now what? Now what the hell am I going to do? I'm a boy, and okay, that's not a problem. Dominique is usually, I'm used to, like, where I live, I've met people whose names was Dominique, being the gender of either male or female. I don't care about my career anymore. I'm never going to be successful. Useful. Well, tonight, Josh, you could be successful because you're in the main event, triple threat against Stannis the Menace and, let me see, you, Stannis the Menace, and Brandon Collins. The winner will be the #1 contender for the United Kingdom Championship. Dominique, do you know the way to delete that profile pic? Well, there might be more coming your way. Oh, Lord. We'll see what happens. Saturn sizing up Aaliyah, and she's crawling her way to her in a very weird manner. Now she's got her. Oh, Sister Abigail. That should do it here. She may be the next #1 contender for the title. She's not. What up, Evan? How are you doing, man? You're a little early because the main event ain't until a little later on, where Stannis will compete against Josh Dynamite and Brandon Collins, where pretty much will determine who's the next #1 contender for the United Kingdom Championship. And you can see the arm wrench here trying to wear down the arms, tire her out, tuck her out a little bit. But if that's not going to be useful, then there's pretty much no point in using this maneuver. And again, Aaliyah fights back out of it. So yeah. Alright. If UK compete for US title, why not US?